Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what's up. What's up? What's up? 2 times. It's your boy Swift Dollars and this Strait Shoota podcast on Maschine Mafia TV, a safe place for unbiased opinions based off facts. All right. Now, if you ain't done so, do your boy a favor. All right. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and then make sure you click that notification button so you stay in the loop with every time we drop these videos, fam. All right. Join the mob. All right, so for today, here we go. I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving Day weekend. But, you know, if you like me, your Sunday football was interrupted with the breaking news about our lame duck president, Joe Biden. He's decided to pardon his son with a full and unconditional pardon. And basically, the pardon wants him to be absolved of all charges that he may have committed or taken part in, or may have just been involved with, period, from 2014 January to 2024 of December 1st as of yesterday. So Joe Biden pulled in an executive move. I guess he said, well, hell, Olympus is falling. I might as well save my family. Now, I'm going to keep it real. You know, this is going to be real today, man, because I got some information that I'm going to play for y'all. And at the end, I'm going to give y'all opinion on this. But the question that we're going to go ahead and ask everybody for today is this. Would you pardon your own family member if you were in the same situation as Joe? Is he right or wrong for doing that, for looking out for his own? That's the question today. Make sure you drop a comment in the comments, because we're going to go from there. But I got my notes here, but just to wrap up what Joe Biden was, not Joe, but Hunter Biden was actually convicted of. He got convicted of 3 federal firearms charges related to owning a firearm, being on drugs, and 3 federal tax cases that he pled guilty to. So as y'all see right up here, up above me right here, that's Hunter Biden. This is, you know, Joe's son. And we're not mad at Joe. You know, everybody knows that Hunter has a drug problem. But, you know, the main issue that everybody is going at right now, for the most part, is the fact that Joe lied. He went on TV about 6 months ago or so and pleaded with the American people that he agreed with what the verdict was. And regardless of no matter what, he would stand down. But, you know, Joe's a father. Joe got emotional. They went to Nantucket this weekend, had that good old Thanksgiving. And, you know, Joe done been through a lot, man. Joe done lost his wife back in the day, lost Bo. Now, shout out to Bo. You know, shout out to Bo. He was an American soldier, so we got to give Bo his props. But, you know, this is the biggest problem right here. Y'all check this out.
With regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son, Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know. And I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
Now, see, this is where Joe going to get a lot of flack and a lot of hate. Because, Joe, you went out there and publicly said, you gave the American public your word. You gave the world your word that you would not pardon them. When's the inauguration? January 20th? Okay. Today's December the 2nd. So that means he got roughly, 48 days left for power? You know, now, you know, Joe went on to try to say something like this was a political witch hunt. Now, he was saying that they didn't start coming after him until he started going at it with people in the White House. You know, he talking about Trump and them. Because, you know, he's saying that it's just, man, basically, he just doing what a father gonna do regardless, man. Everybody can say what they want to say. Hell no, I ain't happy Joe lied to us. He didn't keep it real with that part. He went back on his word. But that's the question I ask you today. Is if your child is out there drowning and they a bad seed, you still ain't gonna help them now. You gonna pull them out. It's what it is. That's family. So Joe, now one guy said, I can't remember who this guy was, but it was on something. He was like, yeah, he put his family in front of the American country. What? I bet you that guy got a family. And I bet you he gonna do what he gotta do to save his family. Now Joe lied. We just gonna be straight up. He lied. But how many of y'all, put this in the comments too, how many of y'all knew he was lying when he said it? Come on, man, let's not act like we surprised here. You know, Joe did what, man, I wish I knew how to make a poll, because I'd put a poll up here right now and just,
use your common sense.
Let me hit that one more time. You know,
use your common sense.
Come on, man. If that's your child, I don't care what y'all talking about. If you got the power to push a button and you got a loved one or a family member that's been locked up, regardless of what it is, now me personally, some people need to stay in there, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you had that kind of power at the snap of the finger, you could pardon or free some people or free somebody, a loved one, and give them a fresh start. He bound to wipe that man record clean. You know? That's what we call political nepotism. You understand? That's the word for today, political nepotism. Because we see nepotism all the time. You know? Hey, when the Republicans do it, the Democrats get mad. When the Democrats do it, the Republicans get mad. So that's what the game is. That's cool. You know? But what y'all think? Hey, do y'all think that Trump gonna pardon all of those January 6th people? Would that be an uproar, or would that be the right thing to do because those people were just riled up about their country to where they felt the need that they had to stand up? Like he said, what'd he say? Stand up and stand down, or be ready, or something like that. So would that be a problem, or would that be cool? I'm just asking a question. Again, let me tell y'all, I do not like the fact he lied. He lied. But, you know, I don't trust no politicians nowhere. They all lie. They all got dirt on each other. They all sneaky. They all on some BS, some bull crap, as we would say, you know? So we ain't got time for that.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
But that's what we here for. Straight Shooter Podcast gonna give you the truth, you know? They might cancel me. They might not. I don't know. But as long as I'm up here, you can come here. We're going to have some fun, but we're going to keep it real. Now, this was off of NBC News. Check this out. They just breaking it down too, how, you know, ain't nobody surprised about this. Yeah, he lied, but
here with breaking news tonight. President Biden has made a decision to pardon his son Hunter ahead of the transfer of power to President-elect Donald Trump, according to a senior White House official with direct knowledge of the decision. He's expected to announce it later on tonight. And this comes months after Hunter Biden was convicted on gun charges back in June. That marked the first time a sitting president's child was convicted of a crime. Hunter Biden also pleaded guilty to federal tax charges in September. White House officials and President Biden himself have said repeatedly that he would not, in fact, pardon Hunter before leaving office. But tonight we learned of the president's decision. Again, a reversal for him and what the White House has said President Biden would do. I want to bring in our White House correspondent, Mike Memoli, who's joining us now on the phone from Washington. Tell us more, Mike. Why did this happen and why the reversal?
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
Well, Hallie, this marks a reversal of what has been the public posture of the White House for months. Since the president's son was first found guilty by a Delaware jury of gun-related charges, and then later when he pled guilty to tax-related charges, the White House has insisted, including as recently as last week, that the president was not considering a pardon or a commutation of his son's sentences, which still have not, we should add, been handed down by the respective courts in which he was found guilty. But what we understand to have taken place is a series of conversations, father and son, that included just this past weekend in Nantucket. I was with the president in Nantucket this weekend. He has spent the Thanksgiving holiday there with his family for decades, but this weekend was just him, the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, his son Hunter and his family, as well as his daughter Ashley. And as the president returned to Washington, to the White House last night, he began to inform the White House officials of this decision, that he would be making the pardon official. Now,
let me stop this right there. Okay. So that right there shows me that old man Joe got emotional, man. Joe about 80-something, ain't he? Joe like 80-something years old. Like I said, his wife died in the car wreck. He lost Bo. Shout out to Bo, man. We got to give Bo his props now. Bo was the man. Hey, Biden stopped the debate and said, don't you talk about Bo. So anytime Bo name come up, we're going to show Bo his respect. But like I said, man, he got to sitting around his family up there in Nantucket, had that good old meal, and they got to talking about what they was doing in the 70s and the 80s and growing up and the babies and all this. And he know he ain't got that much time left. Man, he said, hold on, man, give me the damn phone. And he dialed up that White House. He said, man, go get my son out. I done signed the paper. Y'all know that's what happened, man.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
The president has been discussing this matter with his close aides for some time, even as the White House publicly said that they were not considering this, but that this is a decision that obviously carries significant weight. And I must say, Hallie, I was at the White House today. I'm still at the White House now, as a matter of fact. We saw the president and the first lady speaking publicly on the issue of World AIDS Day. And both of them were I was struck by the emotion in their voice as they were talking about the family having to deal with loss. Of course, we know the president lost his eldest son, Bo. He lost his wife, his first wife, Neely, in a car accident 52 years ago this month. And the emotion of the moment seemed to be particularly poignant for them. And so this is a decision obviously coming at the end of his time in office, with just 51 days left before he hands off power to President-elect Donald Trump. And part of the concern that has been leading to the speculation that he would do this is about what investigations might still come. Would a Trump administration, would a Trump Justice Department continue with additional prosecutions? Would the prospect of his only remaining son going to jail, if that would be the sentence that would be handed down, be something that would be too much for this president, for this family to bear? And so now we have the decision that has not yet been announced publicly by the White House, but which NBC News, with our colleague Carol Lee and Sarah Fitzpatrick, reporting this evening.
So let's just get straight down to it. Right here and right now, let me ask y'all a question. Now, you know good and well somebody that you got a problem with is about to take the throne and can rain hell on your child. You ain't gonna get him up out of there? Come on, man.
Are the cameras still going? Yes. Absolutely.
There it is, man. Come on, man. So, like I said, yes, he lied. He lied. Y'all lie to people every day, man. At work, at the house, your family, everybody. Everybody lie every day, man. That's his job, to get up there and lie and assure the people that we safe. And he know we not. That's every president's job. The president's a puppet. We know it. He lied. But he in a position of power to do what he's supposed to do. Political nepotism. Well, it don't matter. Nepotism is everywhere. He's using it. We know it. It's been done. He got to hey man, he can't take care of himself. So Joe got to do it.
Mike, I know there was a bit of a sort of technical delay here, but I want to try again. I want to ask you this. We know that the sentencing for Hunter Biden was set to be in just a couple of weeks, December 12th and December 16th on those two separate cases.
Right
to be clear, this pardon would cover both of those convictions, right? Both the conviction and the guilty plea, yes?
Joe playing chess.
That's our understanding at this point, Hallie. But I think it is important to note that one of the things that complicates this issue is that the sentences have not been handed down just yet. And so as this reporting is just coming out, we're waiting for full information. I think it's important to wait and see what the White House puts out directly on this matter, because the paperwork for this kind of issue of a pardon of this nature does require the Justice Department to weigh in. There are officials that have to go through the process of making this official. And so the under the pardon power, this is just a way for the president to spare his son of any jail time. It's also worth noting that the denials of this have not just been coming from the White House, from the president himself. I spoke with First Lady Jill Biden just after the Delaware case was resolved and the guilty sentence came down. And I said to her, I asked her this question, that your husband has the power to spare your son of this fate, this potential jail time. Don't you wish that he could exercise this power. And she said to me that we respect the rule of justice in this country, and that was not something they were contemplating. So this has been, as the president was weighing the re-election campaign, the fate of his family was something that they considered about whether to seek a second term. As he waged that campaign, there was a number of developments in this case, including, remember, that plea that was originally meant to resolve this, in which he would plead guilty to both charges in 2023 to avoid the trial from even happening. That plea deal fell apart. He had to then go through a grueling trial, the First Lady present in the courtroom every day, almost every day during that trial. The jury of Biden's own hometown of Wilmington, Delaware, coming down with that guilty plea, and then just weeks later, the president had that fateful debate against Donald Trump. And so the story of President Biden is one in which, as he himself says, family is the beginning, the middle, and the end. And now you have the president in his final days of office taking this action, which a president has that unique prerogative, that unique power of the presidential pardon, to take this burden off of his son. It's a decision that it has been so complicated, but one that the president has ultimately decided and made after spending the last few days, this holiday period, with his family in Nantucket.
Yeah, we got to give a round of applause for Joe Biden. That man said family in the beginning, middle, and the end. So why would y'all expect anything different? Like I said, man, Joe took one for the team, and he stood up, and yeah, he lied, but he's using this nepotism. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Trump pardon his brother-in-law or son-in-law's father or something like that? President Ford, didn't he pardon Nixon or gave him a wipe clean or whatever, all that crap he had going on? So this has been going on. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to do some research. Now, I might have said it a little bit wrong or got the people wrong, but I know Trump did that, and I know one of them presidents pardoned Nixon or whatever it was that happened back then. I wasn't born then. So make a long story short, let's just do it like this. I don't even want to see Joe up there no more. So long story short, here's what it is, man. When people got power, they wield it when need fit. This is just a scenario where, like I said, at the end of the day, did Joe lie to us? Yes, he did. I'm going to run that in the ground.
About that? Lie.
He lied. No doubt about it. Front row center, he lied. But I understand, that's his son. So if he's in a situation where he can wipe his son's slate clean and help him out, I can't fault Joe for that, because if I could do it, I'd do it too. So y'all be, I'd take the tomatoes and the apples that you throw on stage until, guess what, a week later it's going to be some more bad news that you hear, and then it's on to them. So Joe going to take the hit right now. Like I said, he's a lame duck president. He ain't got nothing to lose. So, P. Diddy, R. Kelly, all them better start sending them some scribes and try to get some relief if they ever donated or something. So, the clock is ticking. You got 50 days. But put it in the comments what y'all think, man. Like I said, I don't agree with Joe lying, but I ain't tripping. Hey, if he gonna get his son out, that's on Joe. Everybody do what everybody do, whenever they got the power to do it. But y'all put it in the comments, man. Straight Shooter Podcast. We out, baby. One love.